Sure, Kadash. Oh, is it what? Actually, as far as I know, it's a Rabbi Marshall Prager song. I didn't know that. I don't even know who he is. It's related to like. No, but I watched her thing today. Florida, whatever it was, having a day back. Yeah, that was very cool. This is a song written by Barbara Mayer.
Hi, Marilyn. How are you? Shabbat shalom. Started early.
You just started?
Yeah, they're practicing actually, warming up.
Shabbat shalom. So good that you are all here tonight. And yes, we are early. We're going to start on page 648. It just seems like people are kind of ready for Shabbos tonight.
Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru Adonai, O sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Sing unto God a new song.
So, this is actually a song that's perhaps not a new song. We did sing it last time when we were here for Shabbat services. Bilbavi, and some of you who were interested in the lyrics, this is the English here. So. tonight to ask Esther to please light Shabbat candles for us, and then we'll move right into Shalom Aleichem, which is on, we'll start at 1:20 with the lighting. And then you're welcome to come up when we do Shalom Aleichem to light a candle. So we'll move from page 120 to 142. So from bringing the Shabbat angels in, we move into a song that speaks about God being our beloved, Yedid Nefesh, beloved of our soul. 128. Yedid Nefesh, How we doing? You know, it's amazing. We get together and there's this plethora and overwhelming abundance of lovely and fabulous tunes. And they were like, Yedid Nefesh, which tune, right? Because there's so many. Should we do a do-over? Yes. Do-over, page 128. sing it, which is the way that we often sing it. Do you want to move to that?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do one of those two. You know, we started our service like, what, 5 minutes early? This is the reason. So we can do redos and a little more. And the author who wrote Feel Bobby also wrote Gedi Nefesh. So it was Feel Bobby was the piyut from Rabbi Elazar Azhari. So he also wrote Gedi Nefesh. So we're moving to 138 for Lachadoti. And we're hopeful that we have Lachadoti down because we have 3 different Lachadotis here. We keep adding a little layer of new Lachadoti. 138. If you haven't had the opportunity to greet your neighbor, now's a good time. Wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Of 148, actually 149. This is an hour of change together. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? We're on page 150. So when we do the Shema, we actually think about this Torah portion. This Torah portion, anybody know the name, possibly? What is it? The Vayechi, okay, and he lived, right? So this is the story about Yaakov and Yosef that Yaakov was getting ready to gather all of the tribes, all of his sons around him, and give them like the final blessing. And the Midrash says that he said to them, so, after I die, are all you children going to be and remain Jewish? And so this is like Shemu Yisrael was the piece from the Torah portion. And so we now have Shema Yisrael. And then their comment, according to the Midrash, is Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto L'Olam Va'ed. Yes, we will bless God's name forever and ever. So it's kind of this, it's a lovely piece from this week's Torah portion. And we have here to help today Zalek Maimon Ben Yosel Fibish. Okay, all right. Grab my sleeve up too. Okay, thanks. Okay, Bavakasha. 152.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'haka Et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavam v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'otecha ve'hayu hadarim ha'ele asher hofi nitzavcha hayom ha'levavecha v'shinatam l'manecha v'litorata v'shinacha v'letecha v'vletecha v'derech v'shavtecha v'lumecha v'shavtecha v'tayetecha v'hayu totavot beinecha v'utatam ha'mezuzot beitecha v'sharecha le'man tisteru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
Second year anniversary since your bar mitzvah. Oh my gosh. Somewhere, that's true. We were doing our best. I remember that. And actually, it's also, next month is the 1 year anniversary of us being here at Paradise. So, time goes by quickly, doesn't it? So, at the top, I'm going to put the 7 in English together. And please feel free, if Hebrew is not your native language, if it's something that you would like to pray in English, please do so, or pray the prayer of your heart. The goal of Shabbat is for you to connect to the divine in whatever form or fashion. For us, often it's through music, so we also have additional options here. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever
Stood at Sinai's foot.
Together?
And wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt. There is a better place or promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. Except by joining hands, marching together.
have. They're awesome. Barbara, and Ken. So, page 161 at the bottom. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Together bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your tree. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter and peace over all we love, over our Jerusalem and Jerusalem. And on a very wonderful and positive note, before we do the shutdown, is that Aliyah that we helped at our last World Day of Jewish Learning, raise funds. He's celebrating Shabbos in Jerusalem this week. So we helped send him on that fellowship, the Hasbara Fellowship, and I've been tracking him via Facebook, and every day, we're several times a day, there's new pictures, beautiful pictures of Jerusalem. So I have to talk to him when he gets back. Very awesome. So, 162. That is a Shlomo Karlach prayer. Please rise for us to be left.
Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise.
166.
Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Eloheinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Isaac, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El HaGadol, HaGibor, HaRam, El Elyon, U'Me'at HaSadim Tovim, Mekonei HaKol, V'Zoher Asiyat Yotim HaKol, U'Me'im U'Ladim Nebnei L'Olam Shelo V'Ha'ala, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magin, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magin Avraham, Ezrat Sarah.
168.
Atani Adonai, V'Tayeketi, Atah Moshiach, V'Shikabru Aporita Hashem, Nechakel Ha'im B'Chesed, Nechayeitim B'Rachamim Rabim, Somomet Noflim B'Rofei Kolim, U'Ma Chayot Veti, Baruch Atah Adonai, L'chayei V'Meti.
175. And our next prayer is a prayer of thanks. Page 176. What's 78? You may be seated. This one isn't in your books, right?
Shalom, Yerushalayim, 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 Shalom, Yerushalayim. Pray for the peace of Israel, pray for the peace of Ishmael, pray for the peace of the whole wide world, the whole world shall live in peace. Shalom, 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 shalom. Yerushalayim Yerushalayim. Shalom, 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 shalom. Yerushalayim.
We're at 362. If I could get Bill Leesaport and Matt Freitag to please open the art doors for us. And Mark, would you be so kind as to carry Torah? Please rise.
Adonai,
tonight we actually have a really wonderful and special treat. I got to her all ready to read, but I forgot we actually have something special that we need to do before that, right? Could I have members of the Temple Beth board, the Bakasha, please come forward? So as many of you may know from our newsletter, we are welcoming Moriah Bat Abraham Basara into our community tonight. She's actually fulfilled all of the things that she needs to do, from the Beit Din to the mikvah, and now today it's just a public welcoming. And on that note, there are a couple of things while she's pulling Torah that I'm going to ask her. And these are ones that she has already told the Beit Din, but she's going to do them publicly here tonight. So, are you converting to Judaism by your own free will and volition, without coercion or undue external influence?
Yes.
Do you renounce all beliefs that you may once have had in any other religion?
Yes.
In becoming Jewish, are you giving up all religious practices, holidays, and life cycle events that may have been associated with your former religion?
Yes.
Do you accept the God of Israel as the one universal and indivisible God?
Yes.
Do you commit yourself to observing the mitzvot of Judaism as defined by Jewish law to the best of your ability and knowledge?
Yes.
Do you commit yourself to the further study of Judaism and to continued growth in the observance of mitzvot?
Yes.
Will you support all those who seek to reestablish and revitalize our Jewish homeland by making the land, the state of Israel, a part of your life and the life of your family?
Yes.
If blessed with children, do you pledge to raise them exclusively in the Jewish religion by providing them with a quality Jewish education and timely involvement in Jewish life cycle events?
Yes.
Do you commit yourself to associating with a Jewish community by continuing and becoming full member of Temple Beth or any other Jewish synagogue? Do you bind your personal destiny to the destiny of the Jewish people?
Yes.
And let us say, Amen. And Siman Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Siman Tov, Siman Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Siman Tov, Siman Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Siman Tov. And now we have actually from the board your official certificate. So Mariah, welcome. Thank you, members. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, hold on. Just hang on, 1 second. So tonight we're doing Parshat Vayechi, and as you may know, this is a class that's coming up, Spiritually Productive Approach to Enemies. Well, let me tell you, tonight's Torah portion nicely dovetails into that discussion. So Vayechi meaning and he lived. So the number 17. This parsha begins with Yaakov, who lived in Egypt his last 17 years. According to the Baal HaTur, the best years of Yaakov's life were these 17 years. So between 130 and 147, when he actually transitioned off the planet, were his best years, according to the Ball Hutterite. And why does the Ball Hutterite say this? Because 17 is actually the letters for Tov. So if you take a tet, vav, bet, you get 17. Also, it's interesting, this another 17 is Aleph Hey, Vav Hey, Et HaShamayim, Bet HaAretz, the heavens and the earth. So, lovely sort of like drashas on 17. And there's a real reason, besides the fact that it is in this short portion, to talk about 17. Because there are 17 talmids for the men's prison that we've been working on. And we actually have a sample here, and we need people to come help us quote time 101. Because we don't have the tzitzits quite done yet, but we've got the talmids. And I have to say a huge thank you to Barbara Mayer, who cut and ironed to the best of her ability and helped select great material, which will be hopefully easily washed. And Ginger Fedwick, who's our harpist, who did the sewing of these. So we still need people to work on it. But to sort of bring all of this home, I think someone who actually goes to the men's prison would probably be in the best position to tell each of us why this is so significant, why this mitzvah is so important. Bill? That's your intro.
I don't have a microphone, but I'll try to make sure you can hear me. My name's Philip Lissigor, and sometimes I come to your congregation, and a lot of times I go to Chabad. And I'm retired from the U.S. military, and everywhere I went in the Army, there was always Jewish books and, Humashim and Sidurim. And it was mostly provided by a group called Aliyah, which is a Chabad group out of Miami. And they deal with institutionalized people, which in their mind means prisoners and military people. So when I retired, I wanted to do something there, and I set it up under Chabad's auspices to visit Jewish prisoners. Because at the time there were 3 state prisons in Carson, plus there's one in Lovelock, there was a maximum security prison in Ely, and a bunch in Las Vegas that I don't know much about. And people always say, gee, are there Jewish prisoners? And I think the incidence of prisoners in the state penitentiaries in Nevada is the same as the incidence of Jews in the population, about 1%. So most of these prisons, like in Carson or Lovelock, had about 1,500 inmates or prisoners. So maybe there's 15 Jews. And then there's a bunch of some Messianic Jews, I don't know much about that. But just like in the Army, if you have a service, everybody's welcome. And there's a number of Christians who like to come, especially around Easter, the one about the Pesach and whatnot. So I started going out there just as a fellowship thing. I'm not a lay leader, I'm not a rabbi. And I've been doing this for 4 years. And to me, it's really amazing because not only do I get to know these people as friends, but I don't ask people what they're in there for because they've already been judged. That's not my job. But these people have needs that weren't being met, and so we were able to get them like a full set of Humashim and both Lovelock, was in there, and Nevada, and a full set of Sidurim. And because they have people there who do have religious training. I think there's the Yeshiva guy out there from Haifa right now. And there's all kinds of people. And it's been a good thing. They have different slants on the Torah Parsha. Like the Parsha a couple of weeks ago with Yosef is in prison. And he's in prison wrongly accused. And not all these guys are wrongly accused. Some of them, most of them. And what happens to him in prison? He becomes the warden. Well, for most of us, that's a small part of this parsha. But if you're in prison, it's a big thing. And cities of refuge, I know these guys talk a lot about that. These are parts of the parsha I should cross over. Last month, Lovelock, I started a group of 5 guys who were talking about stuff and how long you had to go on through these. I said, well, we're never going to end. We're life is after all. But in talking to these guys, I realized, I learn more when I think about this. That though they may have been in prison, they seem to have accepted this. They And they seem to have a clear mind, which, leaves me with the thought that we all create our own prisons in our own daily life. And sometimes, if you study the Torah and meet with other Jews, it's a way to kind of help with that. The college is very important. If you're in a prison as a visitor or otherwise, you're issued a blue jean top, a blue jean pants, and they do get it wrong and everything, but I've never all that impressed with how clean these are. And the prisoners in Carson said, we would love to have college stay where we adopt and pray, which most of these people do once or twice a day, where you put on a garment and you feel special. And in talking to that buyer, she said, well, we have some people to make that happen. And I'm so touched, I can't talk really about this. But to put this into context, it's good to do a mitzvah, and this is a very hands-on project these people have done. But what it really means is, say there's 15 or 17 people out there, and if they're going to put on these collars, even just once a day, but it's 365 times 17 mitzvah. It's hard to beat that. I recently got somebody doing 40 little cartons of fruit juice for kids. A little carton can go a long way with a little mitzvah, And someone said, gee, that's like 52 times 50. Somebody did the arithmetic. He said, that's a lot of mitzvah. And I said, yeah, that was a pretty good deal. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for this. This will be an unbelievable gift for the Jewish prisoners doing in Nevada Correctional Center in Carson. So, Baruch Hashem, thank you all.
Thank you, Phil, for going out there. It's a huge mitzvah.
If anybody wants to volunteer with me,
He's looking for extras. And as I recall, yes, I've been out there for Seder a couple of times, Passover Seder, which has to be done during the day. And I do recall the grape juice, which had been substantially, yes, it was watered down. So, there may be, but I don't know if anyone actually serves that group. Female Jewish prisoners.
When these olive, they have rabbis circulating, they gave me a list of the prisoners. And there may have been just one or two women in northern Nevada, the warm springs. And I think there's a number of female prisoners in the south, in Las Vegas. And there is a Chabad Rabbi Parsi, does visit these people regularly. If someone's interested, look up the name,
yeah, I'm happy to connect whoever would like to do this mitzvah. Phil.